Got it.
Yeah, okay. So 2 years now, we are like a global leading AI plus IoT platform. And now we are focusing on the IoT industry, mainly for the smart homes, smart business, and smart cities and smart industries. The first two are about to the end consumers, and the last two are more about our business customers. And right now we have 6 headquarters all over the world. Okay. And here is a small history about our company. Our founder and CEO, Jerry Wang, used to have another project called PHP Wings. Can you hear me? Can you?
Yes, I can hear. Yes, I can hear.
Why there are so many echo? I don't know. Okay, so PHP Wings is also a very successful project. Was bought by Ali Group in 2008, and since then, our founder Jerry Wang was the first general manager of the Ali Cloud department, and also was in charge of the QR scan payment. You know, in China, it's very popular of the scan payment from Alipay. Yeah. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Continue. We are listening.
Yeah. And that was the first project, and TUYA was another project of our founder, and it was officially founded in 2014. And now TUYA Smart is only 6 years history, but we grow very fast, and a lot of the capitals join us already. NEA is a very successful capital from Silicon Valley. They also do the investment for Facebook and Uber. And we are also quite honored to have the NEA to us. And the second round, the B round, we have the CICC. It's the Chinese National Capitalism. Quadro is from Paris, France. And the C round, we have the Future Fund join us as well. It's from Australia, also a national fund. So right now we have more than 2,000 employees all over the world, mainly in China. We also have like some overseas teams. And about 75% are the research R&D team. Here is our headquarters. In North America, we have a headquarters in California. And South America, we have in Medellin, Colombia. And in Europe, we have another headquarters in Düsseldorf, Germany. And South Asia, we have a headquarters in Gurgaon, India. And East Asia, we have another office in Tokyo. And China, we have Hangzhou and Shenzhen, both headquarters. Hangzhou is more about research and development, and Shenzhen is more about the manufacturers and also the exhibitions. You know, Shenzhen is, sorry, it's kind of noisy. And this is our business platform. Basically, we can divide our business into 3 parts. The first part is the TUYA OS. So basically, we are doing the research, or like we are doing the cooperation with the smart module, the chip factory, and then trying to implant the smart module into the traditional devices, so that we can make it smart. That means you can control by the app, and also the data is going to the cloud, and it's transferred during the clouds and also the app. So in this way, it's like a closed circle. This is the first step. And the second step is our control center, the TUYA app. You can control, there's one specialty of our brand. You can control multiple brands within only one app. For example, you can control the Philips, the Apple smart devices. You can only download the Apple app and then control the Apple devices. But in our platform, you don't have to download so many apps. You can just download one app and control different brands. And this is a very good strength about us. And the second strength, you don't have to use TUYA's name, because actually we consider ourselves as the technical supporter, and we don't need to show our name on the we don't have to show our logo outside, and you can still choose to use your brand. For example, you can still use Philips, you can still use the like any logos, and as long as you are join our ecosystem, you can share all the different brands, smart devices, and don't have to download other apps. I hope I can make myself clear. Later, you can know more. And then the third part is our cloud service. I'm sure you guys know a lot more professional than me. The cloud service, now we are providing the SaaS and PaaS services depending on different industries, such as like the smart security, smart commercial lighting, smart community, smart hotel, smart healthcare. Later, I'll show more. So basically, this is the business model, and we'll charge of the smart module, and also charge of the development of the app, and also some cloud service. Yeah. And also one more thing, because we have a global business all over the world, and so that we have different cloud service. Overseas, we have AWS and also Microsoft Azure. In China, we have part of the Ali clouds and part of the Tencent clouds. And during different clouds, the data cannot be transferred. In this way, we can minimize the data transfer, so that we can protect our users' data, yeah, and the privacy. Okay, so this is the most specific graph of our platform. Since we are a platform, we are gathering all the terminals of the IoT industry, starting from the chip factories. We are doing cooperation with the chip factories. This is all our cooperators. And then we'll implant the smart modules into the branders, the products, to make them smart. And also we will continue to do cooperation with the channel and distributors, such as Walmart, Amazon, Carrefour, and also Best Buy all over the world, to make all the smart products into the offline stores, so that it's very easy to make online and offline stores. So that's why it's very easy for the end consumers to purchase our products. And at last, it's our business customers and also our own solutions. Here is some examples of our customers and strategic partners all over the world. First, you can see like Philips, Schneider, Siemens, and Walmart, and also like Colex. This is the second biggest. Philips, the largest, and Colex, the second largest brands in Europe. And also SoftBank, and also this Chinese brand. And in Indonesia, we have also doing a lot of, we have already gained a lot of business. I will share with you some other cases in Indonesia later. And here is a very important label. It's called Powered by TUYA. This is like similar like the Intel Insights. So, but it's different. You can think about it like the Androids in the IoT industry. We are trying to make the whole ecosystem in the IoT industry, and you can find this label on the package in the offline stores. If you see this package in the offline stores, you will know that you can only buy, you can only download one app and then control all the devices. Even they are from different brands, they are different categories, and they are different protocols. For example, they are Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or Zigbee. You can all control them, no problem. And right now we are already in more than 10,000 offline stores. You can find them, and we also there are more than 90K categories of smart devices already join our system, and more than 20K they are support AI functions. And we are very proud to say that we are the top one product diversity worldwide. So far, we are the largest IoT platform in the world. And then we are still trying to, well, we are still working very hard to be bigger. This is what I mentioned before. One app, all smart. You can control all different devices, and this is the different industries like the lighting and power, the switch, home appliance, kitchen appliance, security, the IP camera or sensors, and also the great agriculture, healthcare, and energy like the electricity or water meters you can control, and education and entertainment. We all have the products in this all industries. And here is a screenshot of our data interactions. So this is a screenshot I did last week. And then you can see this is device interactions all over the world. Right now we have more than like 100 million devices active day and night, 24 hours. And you can see the lighting part. We have our devices and they are being used and active all over the world, in China, South Asia, Australia, and also Europe. And also this is America, South America, North America, and also Argentina, Mexico. Yeah. And some other numbers. We have like 30 billion times per day of the numbers of the interactions of devices. And on the peak, we can reach 1 million per second of the requests. But our response time is only as low as 10 milliseconds. And on average, it can be very, very slow, like 200 milliseconds. So we are very fast. And this is also another hardcore advantage of us. So that's why we are confident to be the largest platform, because we really got very advanced technologies. It's really matter if your response time is quick or not. And we also having very deep cooperation with Amazon and Google. To be honest, we are helping them to gain more customers. Actually, we are like sharing more customers to Amazon and Google, and also we are using the Amazon cloud, AWS overseas. So that's why they really like to do cooperation with us. It's a win-win situation. And this is some awards we have won all over the world. So Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and Zigbee, these are three most important protocols now in the IoT industry. And then we are very honored to join this alliance. And also we are the board members of Zigbee Alliance after 3 years hard work. 3 years ago, we're just like a normal member, and then now we are the board members, and then we can having discussions about the industry standards and other important roles. So, and also we have ecosystem partners like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Samsung SmartThings. As I mentioned, we are using the Amazon AWS cloud and also Microsoft Azure overseas. So we have very close cooperation with them. If you're interested, I can share with you guys more details later about how we cooperate with this kind of technical companies. Yeah. And as I mentioned about the security side, we minimize the data transfer, and also we keep upgrading our system and management so that our system is very protected, very well protected and very strong. And also we invite the third parties to keep our security level very high all the time. And here are some certificate and also regulations we've gained. For example, the GDPR, I think you may know, is the most strict certificate or the regulation in EU. And we're happy to gain this. It's a very difficult one to get. And also CCPA is from the United States. It's also a very high level certificate, all this kind of certificate. And yeah, from now on, it's the business customer sides. We have solutions. Right now, we are providing the PaaS and SaaS service. So different, depending on different industries, we have smart security, smart nursing, smart community, smart apartment, smart housing, smart hotel, and smart commercial lighting. And this is all the customers, they trust us, they use our solutions, or they are like doing the second developing of their own systems based on our services. And then they are very happy about our solutions. Okay. So there are some examples in different industries. This one is like the tenants. For example, the Airbnb and WeWork, it's all like short-term renting, and it's very needy. They have to have the smart platform to helping them to, for example, automatic check-in, automatic check-out, and also they can monitoring the electricity and water meters, and so that they can be very efficient and lower the cost as much as they can. Now we can provide the end platform and also the app for the customers, for the consumers. It's very convenient, and then save them a lot of time and energy and money, and then upgrade the efficiency. And also, this is another example of the smart real estate. From the plan designing and to the operating, we all have the solutions. Starting from the designing, we have the 100% virtual, like 3D designing platform. You can design the whole building or the whole projects on the platform. And then later you move on the construction platform. You can see every single project, what's going on, which stage are they, and then you can make changes and then make sure every project is can be finished on time, and also do some changes. And the last one is the operation and maintenance platform. So this is more about the maintenance. For example, if there's any rooms, the bulbs, the switch is broken, you can see clearly on the platform, and then you can just send someone to fix it. It's very, very fast response, and then it will save the time, save the energy, and also improve the efficiency like multiple times. And this is a smart community, smart community in China. Hangzhou specifically, we already having the smart security. For example, have the smart community, smart security system, and also smart lock system. We are also part of the projects, and then we want to having more smart community business all over the world. And this is the smart homes. We are very good at this area. And new infrastructure and 5G. This is a very popular policies in China this year. And then we are also trying to do more business in this industry. Not too big, but we're still growing. You can see all this is a smart hardware and with our smart software. So this can be a one-stop solution. And then this is smart industry. Okay, so this is some other categories of our customers. Except from the branders or the manufacturers, we also have the online, offline retailers like Walmart, Carrefour, Amazon, and China Telecom. And also we have the real estate business customers, telecom operators, as I said, because the telecom operators, they are also trying to grow their business in the smart homes. So that's why they decided to do in cooperation with us, and they will grow. We are helping them to providing the solutions, all the smart hardwares, so that to help them grow the smart home businesses. And the smart industries, we also have Schneider and other brands customers. And this is our global strategic committee. The first one, Jerry Wang, is our founder and CEO. And the second one, Mr. Jeff Email, is the former chairman of the GE group. I bet you know the GE group from the United States, right? And then it's also like we are very honored to have Mr. Jeff Email join us to be our TUYA Smart North America chairman now. And Mr. Scott and Carmen, they are both from the NEA, the Silicon Valley capital, and they are also give us a lot of good advice of our strategy development. And the last one is Mr. Jerome from Cordial, the capital, Cordial capital from Paris, France. And there are two projects I'd like to share with you. The first one is Nebula project. We are trying to empower more than 100 brands in over 30 countries to make them as the leading IoT brand or even the #1 brands. And actually now we are very successful. Already 17 countries have the #1 IoT brands. They are like under our help. So it's very successful network. And this Nebula project is in charge of, we are in charge of the project, the strategic partnership department. And the DNA plan is focusing on the Chinese domestic markets. These are all the Chinese biggest brands in China. And then we are also having the cooperation with them, trying to make them bigger, even bigger. And here is some examples of our offline events. Every year we have 2 big events. This is the largest events in the IoT industry. So every event we have more than 5,000 guests join us. But this year, because the virus, we moved the environment, we moved the events to online, and we also have like more than 100K visitors online. So we already got 2 online events this year. The first one is at the end of May. The second one is at the end of September. So that's why actually I was like talking with Didi, trying to ask Didi can provide some speakers for the second online events. It's very huge. Okay, so that's it. This is a short introduction about our company. I hope you can have a rough idea about our business now.
Yeah, Tanya, thank you for your presentation. Now we get the entire business of TUYA.
Yeah.
It looks like that you cover really end to another end, yeah. So from platform application to the device. Then I have a question in here. When you're talking, number one, when you are talking about the what is called the way that you allow your partner to brand by themselves. So I can pick up the points in here. For instance, yeah, we have a local brand in here. If you are familiar with the Arbit, and Arbit, when we connect to the the Google Voice assistants, the product brand is not really Arbit. It's part of the Smart Life. So can you explain why it will become TUYA and then Smart Life and then Arbit? My understanding is that Arbit is the hardware brand, so they selling the IoT device as the device brand. But when Arbit connect to the TUYA system, Arbit has to work together with the Smart Life technology or application, and then it's becoming the TUYA ecosystem. So my question is that how you advise us when we go to the market with the specific segment. For instance, recently we have inquiry from the particular foundry farmer to breed the chicken and hen But from your portfolio, I didn't see that you have experience or the customer who look after the foundry farmer, something like that. In here,
Okay.
this business quite
Quite
promising,
big.
yeah. So
Okay.
that's one thing. The second thing is that since PRASIMAX is basically coming from the hardware in deep design house, we really like to know on how we design. Yeah, that's why I'm talking about the technical. If you have technical background, you can answer or later with your expert.
Okay.
Yeah, let's say I would like to make a brand,
Yeah.
PRASIMAX brand,
Yes.
that taking care particular or specific solution. For instance, you just saying that smart apartment, smart home, something like that. So in the part of the device, sometimes we not invent yet. For instance, the new thing that need have the sensor from the device. So how we develop from the beginning by using your ecosystem and platform. That's number one question. Number two question, you just mentioned that in terms of the operator or the network cooperation, you have cooperation with Amazon and then
Yes.
China Telecom. Let me tell you about Indonesia. Currently, the Indonesian Parliament is working on the new regulation, that is the data privacy regulation. Sooner or
Yes.
later, it will be regulated. So, in terms of this, I heard from the people nearby uh, Parliament. That they said that they will strict to what is called um, to encourage the company like TUYA to put the
Mm-hmm.
server in the local. For instance, you have
Yes.
to work together, let's say maybe with the Telkom Indonesia or with the
Yes. Actually,
BizNet or
we have.
whatever. So
We are
yeah,
not having.
yeah. So
We are
how?
not. Mhm. We are not only doing
Yeah. So
cooperation in.
yeah. So please
Okay.
explain how you work with them. What is your challenge so far, or maybe you have a good communication with them because. Why I ask this second question is that because we don't want in the future our system already set up and then operation, and then because of the regulation we have to reset
Yes.
up again, we have to
Mm-hmm.
reconfigure again, and it will cost to the customer. So we have to anticipate in advance, something like that. Okay, just
Yeah.
question.
Okay.
Later
Mm-hmm.
later maybe my engineers and staff maybe have a question will address to
Yes.
you. So just two, two, two first question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
please.
So I can ask the. I can first answer the second question. So are you asking how can we do the cooperation with the telecom operator companies? Is that?
Yes, yeah, more or less. Yeah.
So actually, we are doing the because the telecom operators they have the needs to do new business in the smart home industry. They want to they growing their business and they will shift their business into the smart homes or even bigger smart industries later in the future. So now they are choosing co-partners like us. They actually they're doing bundles. They are selling the internet or the Wi-Fi services, and then they will bundle selling the smart home devices or like smart home solutions. And then we are very good partners. So that's why we are doing cooperations. And later we have some other cooperations as well. I'm not sure exactly details, but I can tell you we are doing cooperation at the smart home sites. And also right now, we apart from Chinese telecom, we also have uh, cooperation with Orange, France, and Belgium. It's also the biggest telecom operator there. And also in Thailand, we have telecom. telecom partners, AIS. I don't know if you know that. And also Sri Lanka, we have Dialog, and also SLT. They are all the biggest telecom operators. So it's very common to do cooperation with the operator now. Yeah. So I think this is the answer of the second question. And the first question, are you asking about how can we transfer the devices into smart devices or what? Doing the research?
Yeah, I saw that in your presentation slide, I forget the page number, that you cooperate with the IC maker and then the standard, like a Bluetooth standard or Wi-Fi standard or something like that. So Wilson ever mentioned to me that actually in TUYA there is a wizard to help the engineer to design the
Yes.
the device. So my question is that, is there any prerequisite, like we have to register our company and then we get a certification from you first, or we just right away use this and then just order or something like that? How we have to address this question?
I think too, both ways are fine. You can purchase or you can use our like smart module directly, but also we are open the platform to the developers. So the Indonesian companies, startups, or any or individuals, if they want to develop their own systems, we can also share our basic cloud platform to you guys. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. So you are not making your own IC, yeah? You still cooperate with the IC maker like Realtek, what is
Yes.
the RoboChip or Alware. So you are not alone, right? So you work together with them, right?
Yeah, right. We are not alone. We are doing a cooperation with them all the time.
Okay. Okay. So what happen if we have propose our own
Yeah.
IC maker outside of this? For
Yeah.
instance, ST Micro or Microchip, or I don't know, ESP, something like that.
So I think I suggest we also do the cooperation together because one thing, the first one, the research and development of the chips are really, really not easy. Even we have like 75% of the engineers in our company is still quite hard. So that's why we also choose to do cooperation with the big semiconductor factories or companies. And second, it's better for the local markets. For example, if you want to benefit the Indonesian markets, I think it's better we do cooperations. We provide the basic modules or anything, and then the Indonesian engineers can do some improvement to make it like optical to the local markets. I think this is the best solution.
Okay. Oke. Um, ada pertanyaan nggak, Asep sama Isro sama Tovan, terkait ini, Tuya ini? Soalnya ini dia megang semua aspek nih.
Nggak, pas dulu. Kayaknya nggak ada masalah.
Oke. Alright. Indonesia is not preparing in terms of the 5G. Okay. So yeah, I presume that maybe in the next 2 or 3 years ahead, Indonesia will start with the 5G. How you anticipate and prepare your ecosystem and product portfolio to adopt the 5G in the near future?
Yes. Okay. So as I mentioned, like the smart devices, this is not needed. The 4G is still is far more enough to control this kind of devices. The 5G is more about like the business customers, like the infrastructure, the bigger things. Where okay, so this is more the bigger for the whole community, the whole city. We need 5G, but for like the small devices separately, 4G now is enough. In China, the 5G is only starting. We are also not using 5G so much. Yeah. So later, if 5G is on in Indonesia, we can have this kind of big project. But right now, the smart devices is fine for 4G, because it's not only for the Wi-Fi. We still have Bluetooth and GPRS and Zigbee. Bluetooth, GPRS, and Zigbee, we don't need the data. We don't need the internet. Okay.
Okay, I think at the moment that's all my question. Probably from our team, if any question, just please.
Okay. I'll try my best to answer because I'm not from the technical department. So yeah, please go ahead. Hello? Anyone?
Asep, ada mau nanya Isro atau apa? Siapa? Si Wulan mau tanya?
Yes.
Okay, tanya. I think if we have a question later on, and we will.
Yeah, sure.
We will contact you.
Yeah, you can. We can have another meeting later. I will bring our technical team in because this time, I'm sorry. I really think it's only between me and Didi. I don't know. There's like other people also joining. So next time, if you really if you have time, we can set up another meeting, and then I will also ask my colleagues to join in. I think that will be much better.
Yeah, sure. Okay, you ever mention about Indonesia partner in terms of the IoT device? Can you mention who is that? Only Arbit or anything else?
Let me check. Kawan lama, is it?
Oh, kawan lama.
Oh, okay. Kawan lama. Yes.
Yeah, it's a very big, and we have very
they
big.
are big company.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, we are like yes, we're trying to do the.
Okay. Yeah, I think for the introduction, that's quite quite impress information coming from you. We do hope to pick which segment or part that we are going to in deep to know better and more. Hello, tanya. Hello.